There have just been so many good releases, really solid direct-to-consumer releases this year. Clubs that are half the price, sometimes a third of the price or more of the big brands. And on today's video, I've got a very highly requested set of irons. These are going to be irons aimed more at your mid-handicappers, people that need a little bit more forgiveness. That is a lot of us out there. That's a lot of us mere mortals playing golf. These ones are priced so right. $429 for a set of 6 through pitching wedge, and if you're going to opt for a 7-piece set, you're still going to be under $500. Incredible value here. The clubs I'm talking about today are the MacGregor Mac Speeds. These are a beautiful minimalist design. Looks like a muscle back, but inside is a hollow foam-filled cavity. That's just delightful. We're going to test them out here on course, playing 9 holes of golf, and over-under that we're going to set up for ourselves of +1. So even par is really the score I'm hoping for. +1, we're going to still call that a win. Let's see how we do with the Mac Speeds. First, let's have a little closer look. This here is the 5-iron. As you can see, nice clean looks here from MacGregor. If you saw my video on the MT Milf, love those clubs, love the looks of them, love the feel of them, so I'm excited to play these ones. Just says Mac Speed back there. You've got MacGregor here on the hosel. Very, very clean in the back of the bag. Now, you can see there's a lot of more material here towards the toe. You've also got a port here that you can unscrew where they have filled foam into the center of these clubs to make them a little bit better feeling. In terms of the heel of this club, as you can see, it's a nice kind of gentle taper down towards the hosel there, and you've got some sole relief here as well, which is going to hopefully provide some nice turf interaction. In terms of offset with this club, there's, I'd say, a fair amount of offset. It's not outrageous, it's not game improvement offset, and it's not player's iron lack of offset. Here with the 5-iron, as you can see, you're not going to get the back of this club. You won't see any of the backside, which is nice. And you got a pretty reasonable top line here as well that has a little bit of, again, a bevel there to make it appear maybe a little thinner than it is, but it's a pretty good size. That should lead to some nice forgiveness out on the course, and we're gonna, of course, put that to the test here today. In terms of shaft, well, you've got a number of shaft options that you can choose from on their website. I opted for the KBS Tour. This is a stiff shaft in my hands. Still a bit of a lighter swing weight than the clubs that I'm normally used to playing, and that's a completely subjective thing. A lot of people like a lighter feeling club. These shafts do that, but you've got options if you want them. I've got just a standard lambkin crossline. Again, there's stock grip there at MacGregor. You can make some adjustments to these clubs in terms of lengthening them. You can't necessarily bend them since they are a cast club, but you've also got, again, a number of shaft and grip options to choose from. So some customizability options here from MacGregor. All right, looks is one thing, performance is another. Let's get out on course. All right, nice high ball flight there. Hit that one a long way. I'm gonna be measuring some shots here as the day progresses, but just kind of getting loose, getting limber. Once I'm warmed up, we'll break out the G80 and see how far these ones are going. But distance-wise, that looked really good. Had to be well over 200. All right, 150 is the number here. I'm gonna take a 9-iron, which for me is generally about a 140 club, but with this set and with the loft structure of this setup, I think that's going to be enough. Now, there are some drawbacks to having this loft setup that MacGregor gives us here, and we'll discuss that here after I hit this shot. Oh boy, that was well struck. That's middle of the club face. And that is going to be our first crack at a birdie. As I mentioned, one drawback generally with little pressed irons is going to be a lack of spin. We'll see up there on the green what that pitch mark looks like and how far that ball rolled out. By eye, didn't go too far though. Oh yeah, looking good. This one was all over it. All right, here's our pitch mark here. All right, which I'm gonna repair for us. And we rolled out about 6 feet right here. So not bad for stopping power on these very fast greens, but it's not gonna be as good as a club that's maybe sitting at 31, 32 degrees. At 30 degrees, it's pretty strong, and you're gonna sacrifice just a little bit of stopping power. It doesn't make so much difference here with the 9-iron, of course, but when you get into the 4, 5, 6 irons, we'll see how that performs here on course. Tell you what, felt good, looked great in the air, and we've got 6.5, 7 feet here for birdie. What a good start. Would love to start with a birdie. Yeah, baby. Let's go. I just now realized too, this wind is a little bit into us, so The fact that I hit that 148 with a 9 iron and got very little roll on, that was pretty much all carry, that is a really, really good sign. All right, so par 4 here next. Pretty straight away, getting pretty long as well. I will break out the Garmin G80 here so we can get a measurement of this shot. Again, we are into the wind a little bit, so we'll see how that affects things, but 4 irons the play. All right, that one was a great little look at the forgiveness of this club, and especially a 4 iron, gonna be the least forgiving club in this set. I hit that one pretty much dead off the toe. Still got nice peak height, and we're gonna see how far that one went, but we did find a fairway that I probably did not deserve. In terms of distance, sure, you're gonna lose a little bit off a strike like that, but it could have been a lot worse. 184 is the number. I'd love to draw one right into this pin position that is left side of this green, protected by a bunker. It's drawing all right, but I don't think it's gonna hit the green. With this offset in the club, it's a little more offset than I would like, to be quite honest with you. I play a club that has just a little bit of offset. These max speeds are a little bit more pronounced for sure. I've noticed that is gonna be my miss with a club like this, is I'm gonna tend to pull it, because offset is built into a club for amateurs that generally push the ball. By getting your hands a little ahead of the club face, it allows a little bit more time for that club face to come through, and it brings that ball left. That's gonna bode well for you 15 to 20 plus handicappers. That's probably who these clubs are gonna be best suited for. Maybe down to even 10 possibly. Little chip here off the green, 58-degree wedge in hand. And it was not a great one. We had a longer par putt than I would have liked. All right, and then we're gonna surrender a bogey here. We're back to even par, but I'm feeling good about these clubs. All right, 142 is the number. We do have that wind into us, picked up a little bit here too. So I think 9 iron is gonna be the best club. Rather be a little long on this hole than short. Again, bunker in the front. Drawing a little too much for me again there. So yeah, if you're like me and you have a draw and that's your normal shot type, having a club with a lot of offset like this is gonna be a little bit more difficult to play. I gotta just make some adjustments here. I play with new clubs all the time on this show, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I think once we do, we're gonna start to really dial it in, start hitting more greens. Might hit this one anyways, let's find out. Nope, we are in the bunker, so I'm gonna have to take this one out and we're gonna find the nearest point of relief here and have a second crack at a chip shot and get up and down. See if we can get this one a little better than that last hole. Generally, strongest part of my game is that short game, so. There it is on display right there. They have really sped these greens up. And I've got 6.5, 7 feet again here to save par. Oh! All right, well, now all of a sudden we're on the number, so we better sharpen up here with these ones if we're gonna hit our over-under. All right, we got a dog leg right here, and I always love to test workability with a club. We know these clubs are forgiving. I've already seen that, hitting one a little thin and one off the toe here early in this round. And generally, when they're more forgiving, workability is decreased. But let's see what happens here with the tee ball. Oh, that's pretty darn straight. If anything, it might have drawn a little bit. Now, I will have to double check my swing path there, but from early indications, not only that shot, but a few I've hit on the range and in my simulator, these clubs are gonna be a straighter club. And you're just not gonna get quite the workability you're gonna get out of a player's club. That's, again, not a bad thing, I think, for where these clubs are targeted in that 10 to 20 handicap range. It's all about going straight. Now, I caught a tough lie with this ball sitting way down in the grass. Barely could see it, almost drove right past it. And we're gonna see here with this sole design, if we can cut through the rough, get it up in the air, and hopefully it won't hinder our shot. I've got 152, still a little wind into me. I'm not gonna exactly go straight at this flag stick. I'm gonna aim for the middle of the green. That way, if I do miss it left, it'll be on line. But let's see what happens out of this rough. 8 iron in hand. Yeah, got out okay. And there it is, drawn right at the flag stick. Oh, that thing must have landed a foot or two from the pin. But coming out of the rough, pressed loft club, and with that overspin it had, that did not stop and stick. So let's see where it finished. It may be on the green, might just be off the green. Either way, great shot. These clubs seem to do well out of the rough, I can say that. Yes, all right, well, we're just on the apron here. It landed right here. I'm kind of in between chipping this or putting this. Probably gonna I think I'm gonna putt it. Generally can get a little closer with the putter. Even on a bad putt, beats a bad chip all day long. A little left to right break, going a little uphill here too. Man, these greens are fast. We're heading to 5. So yeah, you gotta know your tendencies in golf. And I knew center of the green, worst case, I'm missing somewhere near the pin. That was perfect. All right, we've got our first par 5 here. I'm gonna go 4-iron. It's gonna take 3 shots one way or the other, but I'm gonna measure this shot as well. Let's see if we can get max distance out of this one. Oh, I got all of that one. This is gonna give us a very good idea of what this one can do. With my normal 4-iron shot, about 200, 205 is where I would max out. About 195 carry is probably my average. In terms of what the Garmin tells us here, club head speed 90, ball speed 130, smash 144. That's very high for a 4-iron. Estimated carry there 194. I think it's gonna be a lot bigger than that. Let's find out. All right, here we go. So yeah, ample distance out of this one, 204. Still some wind in the face here, so really happy about this distance. I think I could squeak out 210, 215 with this club pretty easily, especially if I had some wind behind me, maybe further. I'm gonna just lay up here with a short club because I wanna hit these clubs as much as possible. I don't really wanna hit wedges if I can avoid it. So I'm gonna hit an 8-iron and get us into hopefully pitching wedge distance to knock one tight. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. At this price range, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a club that feels as good as this one. One thing I like about the looks of these clubs is the offset is progressive. Definitely not as extreme here at the pitching wedge as the 4-iron, and even the 7-iron has a little bit more than I'd like. So good job there, McGregor. Oh, that's right at it if it's the club. Might be too much. Down. Oh, that was good. That one stuck too. We are firing. I don't think our over-under is gonna be any problem here with these ones, now that I've got a real good grasp of what they're gonna do. Here is where it hit. And this was the old one hop and stop. This is where it finished. That was a great, great looking line we were on. So in terms of stopping power, it's not bad at all. I don't think it's gonna hurt you. Heading downhill here, right to left. We got it. Oh! You gotta be kidding me. You can never, ever, ever count your chickens in golf. Oh my goodness. Oh well. All right, another dog leg right here. Par 4, another chance to check out workability of this club, see if we can get the fade swing going. I'm really gonna be mindful of my path, make sure I'm coming outside the in, see if we can get this ball to turn a little bit. To see some cut. That is a little bit of cut. A very little bit of cut. Very great result though. With the precision I seem to be getting out of these clubs, I'm totally fine with not getting as much workability. These things are about as straight as they come in this category of golf clubs. It's almost super game improvement type straightness, which, hey, who couldn't use a little bit more forgiveness? I certainly could. All right, we've got 172 and I'm gonna go 8-iron here. That's because the wind is now finally behind us. Now this green is slightly elevated. It's gonna take me hitting everything I've got really, I think. But if I hit it well, this is definitely the club. And I did hit it well. Oh, that's looking good. Be the number. All right, so maybe I try to push the distance a little bit too much here with the max speeds. We're probably 10 yards short there. Still, 162, 8-iron uphill in this type of condition. I'll take that. I'll take that. We've got about, yeah, 30 feet here for birdie. Did I hit it enough? Get some legs, get some legs. Yeah. Can't make them if you don't get them to the hole. But we'll take that par. We're heading to our last par 3 of the day. All right, 142 the number. Pitching wedge is the club. I'm taking dead aim. Oh, it's on a good line. Just a little left of the flag stick. Middle of the green. Another birdie putt. We're getting a lot of them. We are getting a lot of them. And man, just do love the sound and feel out of these clubs. what are some ones that these are close to? Takomo 101. I mean, you gotta compare it to those ones. That's where a lot of people are gonna be shopping. The feel's just as good. Price, obviously a little less. Distance, probably about the same, maybe a little bit more here, potentially. Again, just the loft structure of these clubs. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love about these max speeds. All right, we're heading uphill here, a little left to right. I feel like I'm due to make one of these. Gotta at least get it to the hole this time, Gabe. Come on, get it to the hole. All right, I did that. Just didn't break as much as I thought. Hey man, tap in pars. I'm not gonna complain. We're heading to my nemesis hole though. I would have liked to have a little bit of a cushion going into this one. This hole has killed me this year. Let's see if the MacGregor max speeds can help me conquer it. Oh gosh, that felt so good. I really love this 4-iron. Can't wait to see where that one ends up, but the club head speed was 90, ball speed was 130, smash again 144, same number we saw before, 195 again. Now we've got a touch of wind behind us, so let's see how far this one went. Getting back to the stopping power type thing, the way you can overcome a club having a little less spin is with having a little bit sharper or steeper descent angle, okay? In order to do that, you gotta hit the club high. This 4-iron goes so high in the air. Really, all the clubs go nice and high here with the max speeds, and so that's how they're counteracting that little lack of spin. Like I said, it's not too bad because of that. 219 is the number. That's a bomb for me, mere mortal. All right, the club I haven't hit all day is a 6-iron, and that's what I'm gonna take here, because again, kind of want to get myself into at least something I can hit a pitching wedge. I try to hit all the clubs in the bag. I pulled that one, but the angle won't be so bad over there. 95 is the number, and this lie, it's just a little bit too hard for me to hit a pitching wedge, I think. I have to take a little too much off. I'm gonna go 54-degree wedge, hit a full shot here. Be good. I think it is. All right, we're getting the birdie putts. And a par here would be great. Just want to conquer this hole, but a birdie would be so sweet. I did not hit it. I did not hit it. We're on the button for our over-under, so we're in great shape. And after I hit my tee-ball here, we're gonna rank these clubs. Come on, baby, turn a little. Well, it's the shortcut over there on the right. As you know, I like to rank clubs on 5 criteria. The first one being distance. This one is right up there with some very long clubs. It's not the longest though, so it's very good. 4.5 out of 5 is the number I'm gonna give it. In terms of forgiveness though, full 5 out of 5. Very, very forgiving off toe hits. Thin ones, all over the club face. It's gonna put you in a lot of fairways if you were using it off the tee like I was today, and you're gonna hit a lot of greens with this one for sure. It's gonna put you in the right direction. Now again, the counterpoint to a very forgiving club is gonna be workability is down. On this one, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. You can move the ball a little bit more than a super game improvement club, for instance, but it's not gonna blow your socks off in any way, shape, or form. In terms of looks, feel, sound, the aesthetics, oh man, I love the feel. I love the clean looks. Maybe a little more offset to my eye than I personally like, but again, who these clubs are for, that's what I'm ranking them on. I'm gonna give these a full 5 out of 5. Sound good too, by the way. In terms of value, full 5 out of 5, no doubt about it. So very strong score here for the max speeds. If you're shopping in the below $500 price range, I don't think you're gonna do any better than these ones. I love them, absolutely love them. I've got 120 yards. That should be a nice, comfortable P wedge. If we can finish strong here, that would be a wonderful thing. Now, I haven't asked all video, but if you stuck around this far, thank you. And please do hit that subscribe button. You might even think you're subscribed and you might not be. I do that with creators I love all the time, so double check it for me. Nice, high, a little left to center. It's kind of been the theme today. I am just a little long there, so we're gonna have to convert this up and down to hit our score. I think I got it though. If you are shopping in this category for clubs, I'm gonna leave a couple videos here for you to take a look at. The good thing is nowadays we got so many great options. Light, ooh. Wasn't meant to be, but I love the irons. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play